next question I have from Suraj Bhatia. So he wanted to know ki how to start the initial marketing to get the max response, like when you start the kitchen.
Okay, so I would say the basic initial marketing starts with you, right? When you are a founder, you're founding something, you have a small circle of your own, probably say 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, or maybe if you're like a really extroverted person, there might be 2000 people that you know. Probably you were a secretary in your college, or maybe someone who had a fan following. Probably you are a food influencer. First set of marketing comes from people you know and people around them, right? So say you know 100 people, those 100 people know 100 people, right? Out of the first 100 people, not everyone is a well-wisher and they would not communicate your product to say 100 different people. But if say out of 110 people are a well-wisher, you are probably reaching 1,000 people, right? So these 1,000 people are really important for anyone, because say you're reaching these 1,000 people, so these 1,000 people would buy your product and give you a genuine feedback of that product, and based on that feedback you have to work. So if the product is good enough, because of that feedback, you go and then market your brand to say 1,000 different people or 10,000 different people. But if they say that there's scope of improvement for this particular product, right? The first 1,000 people, if they buy your product and they say that there's scope of improvement for this particular product, then again, that is a point where you should stop, work on the product again, and then launch it again, right? In those 1,000 people. So until and unless you're getting a good response of product in those first 1,000 people, you have to work on product again and again. And after you've worked on product, the product is really good, then again these 1,000 people would act as a strong word of mouth for your brand, because they have probably tried your brand twice, thrice, and then they know the kind of improvement that you have gone through. And then when you market your brand, people would try it and people would order it again, and they would recommend it to their friends. So unlike any other industry, say every industry is driven by word of mouth, right? But food industry specifically is driven by word of mouth. No matter how much do you advertise, again, if say Suman tries a pizza brand, right? And he finds out that this is the best pizza he has ever had. So he would go to 10 different people and tell them about this particular pizza. Would you?
Yes.
Definitely, right? So if you try a particular product and you feel that this is the best burger or best pizza that you have ever had that at this XYZ location, right? You would go to your friends and tell them that this is the best pizza I have ever had, and you must go there and try as well.
Yes, I will definitely do that.
Right? Probably if you're buying a car, and even if you say that this is the best car I've ever driven, right? The person you're recommending it to might buy or might not buy it based on their finances, their budget, XYZ things. But for food, if it is a say 100, 200, 300, 400 or 1,000 rupee thing, people are still willing to give it a chance because someone has recommended it, or someone close to them has recommended it, right? So when specifically in food industry, if you have heard about a brand from say 3 different people, 2 different people, then you're most likely to try it. So the best marketing in food industry is word of mouth, and to get that word of mouth, first you have to make good quality food that is appreciated by a number of people, and then make it try to say 1,000 or 10,000 people, and those 10,000 people would act as your brand ambassador, I would say.